quick update regarding Diddy. Okay. Um, Apparently he was found with alcohol. If you haven't heard this already, he was found with alcohol in his cell. He's currently serving time at Fort Dix Correctional Facility, and they found alcohol in the freaking cell with him there. Okay. Now, the alcohol is something that's made with Fanta soda, sugar, and like apple juice or apples or something along those lines. Basically, you mix the ingredients together and there's a fermentation process of a couple of weeks and it turns into alcohol, right? This is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. It's so crazy because he and his lawyers really pushed and campaigned to be at that particular facility because they have specific programs for people in his position, right? People that have substance abuse issues. They have a program, a specific program. I don't remember the acronym of the program, what the name of the program is, but there's a specific program for, people like him that they can go through and get time shaved off of their sentence. Okay. If you remember, and this is another thing that was crazy to me, when he when the day of the sentencing, right? Brian Steele, who is his lawyer, he talked about them having access to substances over at MDC. Okay, he mentioned this. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, because he was like, oh, he has access to substances, but he's not taking anything. And he's been sober it's the first time he's been sober in 25 years. Okay. And I was thinking to myself, like, wow, is this really true? I hope it's true. He's getting himself together. He's taking his sobriety seriously. It was all BS. It was all BS. It was all BS. Okay. Um, it's crazy because I was having a conversation with my therapist about him, and she was telling me, she was like, there's no way he's going to be able to stay off of drugs. There's just no way. And I didn't really believe that. I was thinking to myself, like, look, this is the worst thing that he's ever been through. This is a wake up call. He's learned his lesson. He's not going to mess this up. And look what happened. Like, why would you do that? What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going to end up happening to him. I know a lot of the time if you're, in one of these facilities and they find, substances with you and stuff like that, that can definitely extend your time, right? It can extend your prison time. You can get, certain privileges taken away, commissary, extracurricular activities that you might be involved with, get those privileges taken away for a period of time. So I don't know exactly what's going to end up happening to him, but this is what makes me feel like he definitely hasn't learned his lesson. Not only that, they found him with this, alcohol. It's the fact that, bro, you don't know that they are watching you. Like, they are watching you. This was a high profile case. When I went to the courthouse and stuff like that for all those weeks and stuff like that, there were people from all across the world. There were people from Sweden, Germany, the UK. Like, there were people from all across the world who came to see these proceedings. Okay. You are an extremely high profile person. So they are watching you. He hasn't changed. He has not changed. He just hasn't changed. My daughter was saying that to me a little while ago. She was like, "Mommy, you believed that there was a chance that he was going to get himself together because that's what he wanted you to believe." Okay? She said that he hasn't changed. He just hasn't changed. You know, there were people who were saying that as soon as he's out, he's going to be doing freak offs again. He's going to be doing all of this stuff like that. The same stuff that got him into trouble, he's going to be doing all over again. And you know something, they're right. They are absolutely right. They're absolutely right. Like I said, I don't know what's going to end up happening with him. I don't know what's going to end up happening with him. I don't know exactly what type of punishment, excuse me, what type of punishment they're going to give him. I don't know. But like I said, they're watching him. He's under a microscope. And let me tell you another thing. You know, they didn't get that RICO charge that they wanted to get. Okay, the prosecution didn't get that RICO charge. So, you know, anything that they could possibly do to make sure that he serves every hour of time, every second of time, they're going to be trying to do. So it remains to be seen. I'll keep you guys updated. Those are my thoughts. It's very, very disappointing, very sad for his kids. They were there crying, you know, begging the judge, please, you know, let him come home and stuff like that. He didn't get the amount of time that he could have gotten, okay? But it's just not looking good. So anyway, those are my thoughts. I'll keep you guys updated.